I did it again. I forgot to turn my mic back on. Okay, so I'm going to start over. Thank you for the listener that stepped in and said that they couldn't hear me. It was my mic. I shut it off in the beginning when the timer's on, and then I forgot completely to. So you got lots of this. I will get used to this. It's just an old person. It's just this old girl. Okay, so let's get started again. We are in the week of January 9th to the 16th, or we will be next week. So thank you. Thank you, Lucky Linda, too. Yes, thank you for telling me. Week of January 9th to the 16th is the week of our waxing quarter moon. I give energy insights as I'm given messages from my guides on how the week could be and how to step into your power as you go through the week. So, I am going to share with you what they have given me to share with y'all, and I probably said that wrong because I am Canadian. I'm not from the U.S. even though I've desperately wanted to move there. Okay, so my name is Jackie Ellis. I'm going to introduce myself again because you couldn't hear me the first time I did it. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Jackie Ellis. I'm with JackieEllis.com. I'm an intuitive guide and mentor and Reiki master. I help people step into their power, decode their energy so that they can transform their life into a life that they love. And this is exactly what I'm doing when I give these intuitive insights, these energy insights, is I give some sort of I get messages of a heads up of an energy that's coming in that is shifting things in ways that might be a little shaky for some people, but I'm also given intuitive insights how to step into your power so that you can navigate that energy a little easier and healthier for yourself and for your life. So the week that for January 9th to 16th is the week of the waxing quarter moon. And the week of the waxing quarter moon, if you're not aware of my messages, there is a light mastery map that you can download on my website in the VIP portal. You have to sign up for a freebie, a free resource of some sort, any which one. It'll ask you to register for my website, and you can register and then go to the VIP portal to download it. It's a helpful resource to help you really see the signals for when you're stepping into the shadows, the wide pathway of some sort, where things get a little bumpier, things get a little harder, you feel like you're stuck in some way. Those signals are the ones that will let you know, hey, those are the red flags. Hey, there's something wrong here. And it also tells you how to step into your power, your divine power, and how to use your energies in that way through truth affirmations, through new ways of thinking that maybe will align with your higher self, and it's really step into a life that you want to create intentionally. The week of the waxing quarter moon, that's where we are, or that's where we're going into, is the domain around our boundaries, our will, what we're willing to do for our life, our support, how supported we feel, the limits that we have or the boundaries that we're willing to have, and the resources that we feel we have, that we know we can get, our intuitive resources, as well as the space that we create for ourselves and for other people. Now, when we are in our powerlessness, when we are in the shadows, when we are finding ourselves, what are the signs that we find ourselves in, maybe in the shadows? This is very much, for this week, it's very much a victim energy, or even on the flip side, a bullying energy, where we are possibly finding ourselves trying to control other people and not wanting to, but feeling like that's the only way that we could get things done. And then, like, for me, when I was in those moments, I would find myself almost like stepping outside of myself, going, I don't know who this person is, but I don't like her very much right now. And which was judgment, because I didn't know any better at that time. But at least in that moment, I was able to go, okay, you know what? I can do better than this. And if I would have known then what I know now, I would have paused enough to go, I need time. And part of me actually did that, because when I was having those moments with my kids, when they were just wanting to be kids and I was in a mind space that was not a good mind space, I actually put myself on a mommy timeout. I'd get them set up so they were safe and they'd have their snack or whatever to keep them occupied for a few moments. And then I'd put myself on a mommy timeout, and I'd tell them, mommy needs a timeout. Mommy's going through something and mommy needs a timeout. And that was me giving myself space so that I wasn't actually taking it out on them. And that's what we need to do more of with other people, with other adults, with with coworkers. You know, when you are triggered yourself, we need to put ourselves on timeouts so that we can work through what we need to work through. So the disempowered energy, or wanting to disempower someone else, is very much a shadow energy. It is, and it really has to do with boundaries. It's not honoring your own boundaries, and it's feeling the need to step over someone else's boundary. And sometimes that is because we feel like we're the only ones that can fix the situation for the other person. That is disempowering for them. And it's not helping us either. When we feel like there's a wall, like an energetic wall there, that we have to protect ourselves in some way, and we're in a relationship with someone that matters to us, but we have disconnected ourselves from them because of some reason. That is a sign. When you feel that wall, that's a sign that there's something that you are going through, maybe subconsciously, that you didn't realize, that all of a sudden your brain went, we need to protect ourselves. Uncertainty. No, there's lots of uncertainty happening right now. Lots of uncertainty happening right now in the world. And there's a lot of people that, if you're looking outside, you're like, I don't know what life is going to look like. But if we intuitively are guided, we are being shown that we need to step into our own vision for our life and take those tiny steps. And I'm going to talk more about this in today's message, because this is what I was shown again this week. But not feeling confident, not being willing to take those actions, kind of hesitating in some way because you feel uncertain. It's recognizing that it's because you feel uncertain, and then acknowledging that, and then somehow stepping into your power once again and going, you know what, I am supported. I have the resources that I need. I'm just going to have blind faith to step forward in some way so that I can step out of this current reality into something that is potentially way better than I have right now. If something comes up and abandonment or rejection is a fear that comes up, it's acknowledging that and working through those fears so that you aren't acting in those fears, but healing those fears so that you can step into your power once again. If you find yourself saying, why me? If you find yourself being overwhelmed, this energy for the week of the waxing quarter moon can be very scattering, very much a scatter energy where we feel like we have to try and control everything, all the little things. It is when you find yourself looking outside of yourself, you find yourself going, look what they did to me. Look what they are doing. They aren't doing enough. How come they don't wake up? Those sort of things are really giving your power away. Those sort of things are giving your power away and expecting other people to solve things for you, but it's not in your power. You can't control what other people are doing. So the more you can bring that that power back within you and in alignment with your higher self, the more you can step into your power and make a difference in your own life. If you are feeling like you're like shrinking, you're trying to shrink because you might feel like you're taking up too much space, it's very much a shadow energy, and it's stepping out of that shadow and going, you know what, I'm here, I'm me, I need to be who I am, and I'm not perfect, but this is who I am right now, and I'm loving the journey that I'm on. Okay, so now that I've gone through the lower chakras and the boundaries and the signals that you may be in the shadows, let's talk about the energy for the week. I'm going to give an overall message, and then from that message, I'm going to I get three specific messages to help us along throughout the week. So the overall message, there is a definite balancing of energies. Something shifted in the world in the week that we're ending right now. Something shifted majorly in the spiritual realm. So it's going to be easier for us to actually use both energies if we can recognize those energies. If we can recognize those energies and use them. So if you've been following me for a while, you will have a better idea how to step into your power with both these energies and use them for moving you forward in a positive, healthy way. When we intuitively take action, that is the inspired action that is helping us move forward through our days with less struggle. Okay? When the inner storm, there may be actually, I just got my notes. So there may be some inner storm stuff happening. You know, a lot of us have spent years without any boundaries, or not knowing how to create boundaries, or not feeling like we could have boundaries. And so if this is the case, then we may find that that inner storm is raging hard, because there are things that are going to happen that is going to shake things up in big ways, and it'll shake your foundation a little more than you expect sometimes for some people. So I want you to really look within and listen to your inner voice. I want you to create the space that you need in those moments to give yourself a little bit more perspective. And I want you to know that this energy that helps bring more harmony to your life, even though there's an inner storm. So when there's an inner storm or when there's lots of chaos outside of us, we can look within and calm what's inside, and then eventually the outer stuff will calm. And I want you to trust that inner voice to see why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Why does it matter to you today? And it will help you find the right words or the actions that will help not only yourself, but other people. I want you to create space to reflect on new opportunities, because the foundational changes that could be coming next week, there is a very much a big moment, a big shakeup that looks like it's going to happen the week of the 9th to the 16th. And I'd like you to really sit with and reflect on what new opportunities are possible for you. If you have big shakeups in your own personal life, then I want you to acknowledge how you're feeling about that, but also don't necessarily focus on the lack for very long, on the destruction or the changes that happened, but more look at the opportunities of how things are changing and what that could mean for you in bigger ways. It may mean that you have to walk away from something, or be okay with walking away with old processes that aren't working anymore, old systems that aren't working anymore, and seeing new ways of doing things. The shifts and changes that are coming, many will find themselves looking for new directions. They'll find themselves being guided to redirect their life in new ways. Others may feel discouraged and crushed, like I just mentioned previously, and about the life that they built, and they feel like a little bit more hopelessness, that all of a sudden things have changed in a way that they didn't expect. Things aren't going to look the same as they did. When these big foundational changes happen, things can't stay the same. They just can't. There is a cleansing energy, and I'm going to talk more about this in my podcast with Linda Malka that we released yesterday in Heart, Mind, and Soul Connections. We talked about the cleansing energy for 2022. This cleansing energy is not necessarily to keep things as they are. This cleansing energy is to help us clear out what isn't working for us or won't work for us in the future, and to help us step into our power and live a healthier life in a better way that is more fulfilling. It is a supportive energy that is helping us lead the way, helping us cleanse the old and make room for the new opportunities that will come in. So I want you to look within and ask what's possible for you. Okay, I'm going to get into the 3 messages now, specifically for the week that I got. The first one is make short-term goals and know that every step matters. Express yourself in your work. So, and I mean your true self. I mean this, the person you're not. Going forward in this new age, the masks aren't going to work. I need to act this way or be this way in order to attract this thing. No. You need to be yourself. You need to be who you are. You need to be doing what you're passionate about. And the doing what you think everyone else thinks or what society thinks you need to do in order to be successful or to be a certain way or to have certain friends or live a certain lifestyle is not going to work anymore. We need to be more ourselves. We need to express ourselves in our work. We need to accept who we are and love ourselves through it. And when we allow ourselves to do that and take those tiny steps forward little by little, we are making big changes in our life. We are learning to trust ourselves in big ways. Second one is the cleansing energy. The cleansing energy is here to help you shift through the healing quickly. So it's not meant to, bring up stuff that sucks and have us stay there for a very long time and mull it over and relive it and do whatever, like sit and soak in it like it's in a hot tub of mud. Not even clean mud, not even clean mud, not even like that, that healing mud that you have at the spa. No, it's not that. It's like grimy, icky, city stuff that doesn't help us. We don't want to be sitting in that. We want to acknowledge it because for years we've pushed it aside. For years we have hidden it away. And we can't do that anymore. The cleansing energy that's coming in is helping us shine a light on that and go, you know what? You can live better, honey. You can heal. You can release this. And if we acknowledge that and we allow ourselves to release whatever we need to release, forgive what we need to forgive, and actually step into our power and go, you know what? I'm done doubting myself. I'm done holding back from being who I am. I am just going to just do this thing. And I just got chills. So when we allow ourselves to do that, we are moving forward in a way that is healthier than we have been in the past. We are aligning with our soul, which is our higher self. And that's cleansing. The third message. The third message is there is an outpouring of emotions. So it could be an emotional week. It could be an emotional week for many people. But again, that's cleansing. It's like cleansing, like a fresh start cleansing. When we allow ourselves to just feel what we need to feel, acknowledge the thoughts that we are having and going, okay, well, what's behind that? Why is this coming up now? It's getting curious in some way as to why it matters to us, because not everything that we may come across in the week is personally impacting, but it may hit a chord inside of us that feels like it's personal. And that's important here, because even if it feels personal, even though it doesn't make sense logically that it is personal, then we can't ignore it. If we ignore it, we go, you know what, we don't trust this. The brain's like, there's something there. It may not be something, it's definitely not something you need to stay in for years on end. It's not something you necessarily need to, accept about yourself. But you can go, you know what, there's something here. What is it? Why does it matter now? And then release it, and whatever you need to, like, what is it connected to? What is it connected to? And then just release it in some way. Do a truth rant. I talk about truth rants a lot. And allow yourself to move through that healing process quicker. I don't know what this emotional there's something big that's going to happen the week of January 9th to the 16th. I can feel it. The messages that I just got were very much showing big things happening. I don't know specifically what those big things are. But if we are mindful about how we are feeling, thoughts we are having, how we are acting in certain situations, and pausing long enough to, give ourselves the space that we need in order to work through those things, then we will make it through the week much better than we did a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago. You can do this. You can do this. One baby step at a time. One pause before reacting at a time. Let's explore what your perspective is, or try and see something from a different perspective than you have in the past. One of those moments at a time. And then you'll get through the week. You'll get through the week. There are good things coming. There are so many good things coming. And this energy that's flowing in is very much a supportive energy to help us prepare for what's to come. I am so proud of each and every one of you, of what you've accomplished so far. And I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, be simply you. Take care. If you have not liked, shared, or subscribed to this channel or followed this channel, please do so. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, be simply you.